I have had a minor epiphany about my house cleaning habits, which are non-existent. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about a new attempt to improve my housekeeping routines, cleaning. I will talk about one habit that I'm trying to build as per today. And it's, the system I'm using, or the inspiration, it comes from James Clear's Atomic Habits, filtered through the YouTube channel Michelle B, Michelle with a U. She's a really good content creator. I really recommend her. So I'm going to try to explain how I well, to begin with, I'm going to talk about how I pinpointed which habit would make a difference. And it wasn't the one I thought. And then I'm going to take you through the sort of steps. If you Google Atomic Habits cheat sheet, you get this list of things that you should do. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. And how I'm going to apply that to my chosen habit. So the background is that I have trouble keeping my house tidy and clean. I'm a total slob. And I have tried so many systems and habits and just trackers and stuff to help me, but it's just, the motivation is what I need. And so I have tried doing things every day. I have to clean the bathroom every day, and it works for a while and then it doesn't. I have tried having, 1 day a week when I do things, blah, blah, blah. Everything I fall off the wagon. But I was washing the dishes the other day, and I was thinking, this isn't the problem. I don't have a problem washing the dishes. It's actually quite nice, So what is the problem? It is that the dishwasher is full, the countertop above the dishwasher is full, and the cupboards are messy and full. So the problem is that when the dishes are clean, there's nowhere to put them. And I kept thinking, this is the same problem that I have in other areas. Like, I don't really have a problem hoovering. The problem is that there are things on the floor so that I can't hoover, And just everything has to do with this one bad habit I have of not putting things away. And I journaled about it. I dedicated a page to sort of questioning my habits and asking myself, what is the problem here? And I realized that I find putting things away unnecessary. I have this feeling that, I'm going to use it again anyway, so why put it away? It's an extra step that's not needed. But it's not entirely true, because when I don't put things away, they hamper everything else. The things on the floor that, I have to step over. It impacts all my tasks negatively. So it is a problem. And if I can sort of troubleshoot this one area of my life, it may solve a lot of other problems. Like, maybe I will wash the dishes every day if the countertop and the dishwasher is empty when it's time to do it. Because then it's sort of automatic. It feels inviting. It's empty. It's easy to do that habit. But, I have to start with putting things away. So I was journaling about this, and my first thought was to, I really need to wash the dishes every day, and I will use Atomic Habits to implement this. But then while I was journaling, I realized that's not the problem, is putting things away. So my new habit is to put dishes away, clean dishes. And I followed the cheat sheet to sort of, come at it from every angle. So I'm going to take you through my thinking and how I'm applying all the steps. And I am not an expert on Atomic Habits. This is my first try. So I may have misunderstood things, some things I haven't done because I don't know how to do them. But anyway, it's an example of how you can think and really think, because to begin with, you need to pinpoint what habit will have the most impact, like I did, I think. Because if you sort of target the wrong thing, the problem is still there. So I think I have pinpointed the real problem, putting things away. Anyway, so make it obvious. Under that heading, the first step is to write down my current habits. And my current habits are, I let the dishes stay in the dishwasher or on the countertop or, everywhere, because I don't know where to put it. So when I have to put the dishes away, I need to think and problem solve, because the cupboards are full. I'm not sure where my husband wants me to put things. He's the one who cooks, so I'm not sure where he needs to have his pots and pans and stuff. Our house is a mess, just don't ask. So that's a problem. I don't know where to put things, and also I feel like it's unnecessary because we're going to bring it all out again the same day. But it leads to me not washing the dishes because the machine is full, the countertops are full. So my motivation for this is that if I target this one habit, it will impact other habits positively. So number 2, write an intention. I will at o'clock in location. So I will put the dishes away every day down in the downstairs kitchen at 12 o'clock. Okay, very specific. Habit stacking, which means, you pair it with a habit you already have. After X, I will Y. So after I start to feel hungry for lunch, I will put the dishes away before I have lunch. Number 4, design the space to help. So the way I've designed the space is a bit special because we store our dishes in several different places. We have a what's it called? What's it called? A dinner room. Dining room, sorry. And we have the kitchen downstairs, we have a kitchen upstairs, and we also have a room inside the balcony where we sometimes eat on the balcony in the summer. So there are 4 places to put dishes, which means I will have 4 different baskets on the countertop by the dishwasher, so that when I empty the dishwasher, I put things in the right basket, and then I take the basket with me when I go upstairs or into the dining room or, wherever. And I will have to confer with my husband to know what goes where, And then I will write those things down on a piece of paper and put in each basket. So if I, bring out a bowl and I don't know where it goes, I can check the lists in the baskets to see where it goes and put it, where it belongs. That sounds very sort of advanced and fiddly perhaps, but I think it will help me. I will also, or I will already have, put a cushion in one of the baskets because I have trouble with my back and my knees, and I don't want to bend over a lot. So when I have to put things away at floor level, I will get down on my knees on the cushion and work from there instead of bending down, because that really hurts my back. So that's a bit unorthodox, both of those things, the baskets with lists and the cushion, but it helps me. So you have to find those things that are tailored to you, your abilities, your problem areas, and your goals. Make it attractive. Do something fun while you do the habit that you want to build. Okay, when I exercise, I watch YouTube videos, and that works very well. It's attractive. It makes me exercise 4 to 5 times a week. So that's all fine. It's a strategy that I know works for me. But the problem is that when I put dishes away, I can't watch anything because I have to watch what I'm doing. And I'm not really a radio person, a podcast person, or just listen to music. No, that's not motivating for me. So I was thinking, this doesn't work. I'm not an auditive person who gets motivated by listening to things. But then I realized that I have another habit that I want to build, that I've sort of fallen off the wagon with lately, that is more attractive than this habit, and that is processing all my world building voice memos. I have like 1,000 voice memos about world building. I have an insert in my journal where I put all my ideas for my fantasy world, and I want to process one voice memo a day because I have lots of good ideas that I've recorded and forgotten. So that habit is more attractive because I get to, it's a hobby. And listening to my old ideas helps me get new ideas, which is, inspiring and creative and stuff. So I'm going to pair this boring habit with the exciting habit. So I'm going to listen to my own voice memos while I put the dishes away. And afterwards I will journal about what I said on the voice memo so I can delete it. So I'll talk more about that in a minute. Because number 2 here is to join a culture where people do the habit you want to build. I'm not a people person, so that's not going to work in a literal sense, but as I said, I do watch YouTube videos a lot, and I'm thinking in the mornings, to set the tone for the day, I can watch cleaning videos, because that's quite enjoyable. And there's this one channel I really like, Secret Slob, another recommendation. So I'm going to watch her in the mornings to, inspire me. Number 3, do something fun directly before. It's like a motivation ritual to get yourself in the mood for the habit. So I'm thinking I'm going to take my journal with me and my pen pouch. I'm going to open the world building insert. So I'm sort of prepping myself for, yes, now I'm going to listen to my great ideas and I'm going to journal about it and get new ideas, and yay. So that's my motivation ritual. Okay, so make it easy. Reduce friction, reduce the steps you need to take. I'm not really sure what that means in my case, but I'm thinking at least I will go downstairs to the kitchen every day at 12. Even if I don't do the habit, I have to go down to the kitchen at least, because then I'm in the space where I do the habit, and I will, heat my food in the microwave, and while I wait, I can, either just stand there or do the habit. So I'm not sure if that's... Never mind. Number 2, prime the environment to simplify. Well, that's sort of the same thing, the baskets and the cushion, I guess. So, yeah. Master decisive moment. I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess it's the, make or break, do it or don't. But I'm not sure how to do that yet. Do it for 2 minutes to, start small. So you can set a timer. But I'm thinking, since I'm going to heat my food and listen to a voice memo, those things are timers in themselves. Like, the food will heat for 3 minutes and my voice memos are like between 1 and 4 minutes. So that's sort of my timer, I guess, instead of fiddling with my phone, because that would be an additional step and it would add friction. So actually some days I might not even do the voice memo, because that is added friction in a way, and then I'll just heat the food and use that as a timer. But if I need extra inspiration, I will do the voice memo as well. Automate the habit, use technology. So I've set a daily alarm at 12 o'clock. Make it satisfying. Give yourself a reward afterwards. Well, the reward is I get to eat lunch and I get to journal about my world building. So 2 things. And actually, I'm hoping to branch out. If this works, I'm going to do a similar habit every time I get hungry, because the trigger is both the alarm on my phone at 12 o'clock and getting hungry. So getting hungry will be the trigger for putting things away. And you get hungry several times a day, so I could build additional habits around other meals, because eating is... I love eating. So maybe the next step, when I've mastered this, is to build a habit around breakfast. So when I'm hungry for breakfast, first I fold my laundry, because the trigger is I'm hungry. And maybe then I can make my porridge, boil the water and pour it on the oatmeal and leave it to sit. And while it cools and sort of cooks in the bowl, I can fold the laundry, and that will be my new habit. And then perhaps I will build a habit around dinner. Like, when I get hungry for dinner, I put away, I don't know, something else. There are several problem areas. That's not the issue here, but choose something. So I'm thinking, if I can make this stick, I will have putting things away habits for mornings, lunch, dinner time, and also snacking in between. So I'm hoping with time to make hunger be the trigger for putting things away. And if I put things away the same amount of times that I eat in a day, that would be awesome. And also, it's a natural reward. You do the habit and then you get to eat. Perfect. Anyway, on to the final steps here. Make clear the consequences of the wrong habits, of not doing the habit. Well, the consequences are that it impacts everything else. It makes my life harder. It makes me not want to do the dishes. It impacts my husband's cooking, so it gets harder for him. So bad all around. Track the habit, that's nothing new. I'm going to, for my August tracker page, I will put 31 boxes because of, you know, the 31 days in August. So I will do it every day and track it. Never miss twice. I will keep track and not miss twice. And I use my color coding to see that I'm doing it every day. So Monday, red. This is Sunday, so lots of days I didn't do it, but I will check that I do it every day, that I have all my daily colors in my tracker. So this is the spread in my journal where I brainstormed about this and just applied. This is the list that I copied from a cheat sheet, and this is my application. And as you can see, it's really ugly. I have written it in the color, you know, in pink. That is my color for cleaning, but it's not pretty at all. There are no embellishments, there are no pre-drawn boxes, and you know, there's no structure really. I've just written everywhere and crossed things out and made arrows, and that's the way it has to be when I plan. So now we move into, you know, planner territory. I'm done with the actual habit. But I just wanted to say something about that, because I love watching other people's spreads that are, you know, neat and pretty, and, you know, just, I have pretty pages as well. But when I plan, when I brainstorm, I can't be pretty, you know. I can't stop to make flowers when I'm trying to think of things, and, you know, my mind is going at 1,000 miles per hour. I can't have pre-drawn boxes where things won't fit because I have new ideas and they need to go somewhere. And just let yourself, if you're like me, I mean, maybe you're neat and your thinking is neat, great. But if you're not, don't try to fit your thinking and your brainstorming into pre-drawn boxes or spreads that are beautiful that you don't want to ruin, because you will hamper your own thinking. And if you use your journal or planner or whatever for thinking and figuring things out, you need to let your mind roam free and your hand to follow that. You need, you know, be in the zone or whatever. Allow yourself to be messy. And if you hate the spread afterwards because it's ugly, you know, you can glue those pages together, you know, gone. You don't have to see it. You can rewrite what you sort of, the plan you make, you can rewrite it in a pretty way on a new spread. And I think I am going to rewrite this in my someday maybe / permanent information section over here, so that I have, you know, all the steps in a structured way. But while I was thinking about it, I needed to make it messy. Okay, so you can glue it together. You can keep it because it's nice to see, you know, how it all started. I don't know, perhaps. You can embellish it after the fact and make flowers down here, perhaps, or put washi tape or something. You can paint over it and just make an art page out of it. You already have sort of a kind of background, so if you paint over this with a similar color, perhaps a lighter pink, you have this sort of pattern. Your writing is the pattern that, you know, is sort of the basis for some kind of art journaling. You can stencil on top of it and do all those kinds of things. So it doesn't need to be a problem that you write messily. You can also just glue something else over it. Maybe you want a map. This is just what I had lying on my desk. Maybe you want to put bookmarks or something. You know, there are so many possibilities. Don't be afraid of ruining the page. If that, as I said, if it hampers your thinking. So, few things. I wrote a list with the heading identity-based motivation, because identity is kind of important to me. I want my habits to jive with the kind of person I am, and I have this self-image of a messy creative person, so that's not great when it comes to this. But I thought of a few keywords that might help me stay motivated for this, because the sort of system I've set up now that I talked about is SMART, and I like smart things. It's ingenious and tailored to me. That's what I put. I actually think so. You know, the baskets and the cushion, and it's yeah, it's not bad. It's efficient and logical. It involves categorization, which I love. I love categorizing things. So, you know, putting things in the right basket. That step might be sort of satisfying to me. And it simplifies my life. I like simplicity and, you know, not being hindered when I want to do something. And this will remove obstacles in other areas, and it reduces the amount of work I need to put in. So this is kind of a list to remind myself that this is a good thing. And then I sort of rewrote my battle plan, as it were. So preparation. What do I mean by that? Oh, yes. I will put, yes, the world building, the processing of voice memos, I will put that in my tracker in the same place as I put the putting away the dishes. So they will be on consecutive rows, so that when I see one, I will see the other one. They will remind, you know, one will remind me of the other. So that's one kind of preparation I need to do in my August, on my August tracker page. So world building and the new habit I want to build. Also, cushion by the dishwasher. I've put a cushion there. Baskets with, you know, the lists of things that, you know, what goes where. I've put some of the baskets there. I need to find new baskets. 4 to 5 baskets. And also I've set my alarm for 12 o'clock. So I'm reminded every day. That's the preparation phase, and I've done half of it. Then the triggers every day. The alarm is one trigger, and my hunger for lunch is another trigger. And it's very dependable, because when I get up, you know, when I work, and I always get up at 7, I always get hungry at 12. So it's very dependable as a trigger. Yes, and another trigger, sort of, will be watching cleaning videos in the morning to sort of prime myself, put myself in the kind of mindset, cleaning mindset. The actual ritual is when the alarm rings and I'm hungry, I will choose my lunch, you know, go to the fridge, choose what I'm going to have for lunch, bring that and this planner and my pen pouch downstairs. Then I will open the planner to my world building insert. That's the motivation ritual. You know, now I'm going to be creative. I will put my lunch in the microwave, and then I will find a voice memo on my phone and start it. Then I will put the dishes away while I listen. And when the voice memo is done and the food is hot, I will stop putting dishes away and I will sit down by the dinner table. I will eat and I will journal here about what the voice memo said, and I will probably get new ideas and brainstorm stuff for my world building, and that is the reward. I mean, I think the James Clear's ideas and his system are very good, but I think maybe sometimes you need to see someone apply it to really understand it. Maybe you need to watch several different people apply it and sort of get a feel for how you can think, because it took me a long time to get to this point, because like the reward system, for example, I would like, it wouldn't work because the things I set that I chose for my rewards, when I do the habit, I get this reward. It didn't really connect, and it was things I would do anyway. Like, for example, if I hoover, I get to eat ice cream. Well, I will eat ice cream anyway because I love ice cream and fuck you. So I think, at least for me, I think the reward needs to be very tied up with the habit itself. Like this whole thing where I open my book, I handle my journal, which I love. I listen to myself and my ideas, which I love. Then I journal about it, which I love. And this is all sort of weaved together with the habit and with eating, which I also love. So it sort of becomes one attractive, satisfying thing, instead of I will do this and then I get to do something fun. There's no connection, and I could never make it work. So this is one way of making it all sort of fit together more, because it's one life. It's not, if you compartmentalize these things, I don't know if they work. So I'm hoping someone got something out of this, and maybe you can start thinking about your own habits that you want to build and how you can sort of integrate it more with your actual life and because generic lists of rewards and triggers and stuff, they can only take you so far. You need to look at yourself and what really motivates you, and what are your routines that you already have, and sort of those moments that you can latch onto or use as engines to drive the new habit you want to build. I don't know. I just wanted to share, and now I have. So have a nice day.